All right, we're going to be breaking down a Game 7 of NCAA, which is a tier below the CHL and LG. Right? Looking at it from the perspective of yellow, but we are watching it from the point of view of red. These guys are down 2 goals. They need to obviously create offense very quick. And as yellow, you try to angle them off as much as you can. So here he's side by side with them, which is nice. He needs to close that gap because he's got over the top Teal back checking. He can angle that off, right? So if the guy somehow were to pull up, Teal can then break off and play that. He needs to go here, hold his poke check out, or try to go and just body check him, like shove him. He does pull up, and this is where you would want Teal then to engage on that, right? Because that is what I was talking about. Teal sort of just plays back, plays up. You had a back checking red that was able to get that, but somebody could have applied pressure quicker. I was not much in terms of being able to create any offense so far. You got to be able to get the puck in deep, clean entries if possible. That's another tough pass there for blue. Yellow doing a good job pursuing. He's got inside help. They throw it down low. Yellow's able to get it. Quick send up to green. Nice. Green on the left side. He's got a shot. There's a lot that could be done here. I mean, dish it off to him. Maybe back to green or something. Try to get the goalie moving a little bit. Kind of just a shot. Yeah, no, it didn't flash. So he was a little bit too far away. He could have maybe drove in a little bit more if he wanted to get a close quarters shot activation there. Face-off win. Finding blue, but somehow the goalie's able to make a save. Wonder if he had 1T on there. Definitely good to have 1T as one of these shooting traits for especially wingers. Center could have it on too. Just depends on if they prefer a more defensive trait. You guys need to be forechecking here. You guys are pulling away. There's nobody forechecking. Yeah, you guys are down by 2. Got to send at least one or 2 guys. Now you got red trying to push. He then pulls away. Yeah, it's like you guys are playing trap. It's like it's just not going to work. And then they still are able to get in. So not only were you guys sort of playing back, there wasn't anybody really covering the lanes properly too. I think green was trying to oh yeah, I guess he was trying to poke check that. You got the two defense able to somehow get a poke on that. They're just playing up. Here's blue. Could not get the tuck. That was back checking defenseman there. Was able to get there, right? Apply pressure there. Now quick. It's got to be a quick up somewhere. Yep. All right. Good patience there from yellow. Gotta find a backdoor feed. It's kind of just like a one and done. There's not much offense created. There needs to be, though, pressure as soon as you guys lose the puck. And this comes from the forwards or the closest guy to the puck. So blue or red is in an area, right? Blue could have stayed there, could have applied pressure. Red is in an area to close this off. If they are going to send it somewhere, now you can get the defense involved. But you got to force the play. Nobody's forcing the play. So there's no pressure that's really being created. You're just letting them get out. You're down by 2. Down by 2 in a Game 7. All they got to do is a quick controlled breakout, and they're around the bend. They broke right by the D. So not only was there not any forecheck, there's no man marking from the guys in the back either. So they find this. I mean, you can understand man marking there, but you know, understandable that he's not going to get that puck at that time. If you're yellow, you got to be able to anticipate this play here. This guy's going to be going this direction. Got to lock eyes on that quicker. Quickly turn and skate. Try to hold the poke check out. The guy gets by. Then a quick transition. Got to send it to green. I mean, this is where you would need to have the defense more involved. You guys are down, right? And okay, see, there's the 1T that goes in from yellow. So good job there. Able to work it back to the point. Across. Somehow that goes through the goaltender. I mean, there was a shot directly at him. The goalie didn't move, but he was still in a position to make a save there. I'm not sure what you could do better there in terms of if you're a goaltender. Unless maybe just slide over a little bit, but sometimes you're caught into an animation early and your guy can't move. So I don't know how that works in terms of goaltending. But that's tough, right? You're back in this game, but again, there still needs to be more pressure applied, I would think. And this just comes from the rotation, like being able to activate. Of course, you guys need to be able to work as one in order for it to work. Try to find another backdoor feed. Yellow, let's see how he controls it. The main guy that we're looking at here. Shot, looking for a tip, so not a bad job there. Front net presence. Green's not really in an area to find a one-timer wide, so they got the guys man marked there. May have had at this little moment here where blue goes here, then this way, a little pass there for a potential play. I mean, a shot there is fine, right? Anything with a shot that gets deflected is still a very deadly chance, but it's just about finding that next other high percentage play. Like, shots on net's never a bad thing. I mean, that's what you would I ideally want to do. If you can create something better from that, that's kind of what I was just looking at there. Able to get this puck off quick. Toe drag. Try to find green far side. He gets poke checked off the puck, so now you got to take it back. Allow these guys to reset. Quick, nice. Give and go. Finding blue, finding back to the point. Now got blue, but then blue's not really in a spot for a one-timer, right? So you work it back. Blue, you would want him to be like, you know, coming down this direction, body facing towards the net, so that this pass could be a better shot towards the net. Or even maybe finding green far side, but you got to wait, you know, you got to watch out for these guys sort of and anticipating that pass. I think green would have actually been in a good spot for that. Either way, blue is a good spot, and you just needed him to be a little bit better in terms of his positioning, but controlling it down low. Green on the tuck, and you're able to get it. I mean, you guys were able to have some sustained pressure there in the offensive zone. Goalie's got to be able to save that. There's not much that you can really do in terms of NCAA. I mean, it's just about who's, I guess, more ready to take that next step to the C, right? But there is going to be a lot of sloppy gameplay that comes from, you know, NCAA. That's why, you know, they're a step down. Everything's not going to be fine-tuned. It's like you don't have a truly fine-tuned edge on anything, really. So yellow place himself there. Shot doesn't get tipped. Now this is where, I mean, it's kind of a choice, right? Depends on what you see in terms of the pressure that's there. But let's just say, for example, if these guys are deep, you know, into the zone, so you know they're going to be trying to pressure getting after the loose puck. Blue is here going for this puck. You could see that blue is going for it. If I'm yellow, I'm going to dart up because of that, because there is a delay, right? And it's on the same side of me. If blue is not going to be going up, if yellow was the one to get that puck, then obviously you would expect blue to go this way. So it's the exact same thing when you look at it, you know, when you look at it from the other side, where blue gets it. Now you want somebody to fill that gap. You know, we're not exactly going up at this moment, but very quickly, there's nobody to this right side. Just something for defensemen in terms of when to activate. It's opportunities like this where you see a forward going for that puck, and there is nobody here. There's a lot of space here. You got to be able to go up very quickly. But there's a delay. There's nobody that takes that gap. Red doesn't take it. Green is sort of shifted over. Yellow stops. Teal is playing back. There's nobody that takes it, so there's not a quick play up that could be created. Now you got blue that had to fight off a couple bounces to then get that puck. And then he's trying to take it himself. There's nobody really with speed, you know, besides him. Good poke check there at the blue line. Able to work it back. Red. And then score. Wow. I mean, in terms of letting this team, you're letting the team back in it, and then now taking the lead, it's kind of just off the quick transition. I don't really know what is going on in terms of this other team. You guys are just able to get it up and find a quick play, and that's all you really need to do at this level. Go in and just find quick plays, right? Because they're not really going to be that great. You even had green for a potential one-time or two. There's nobody man marking that. So it's a nice comeback. I mean, again, there's still opportunities where you can fine-tune the edges, and that's what, you know, you're able to create better offense from that. But in here, I mean, now you guys are up. Now you guys can trap, you know, so now you guys can go with that trap defense. But you guys, you know, you want to be able to get the puck in deep if possible, you know, pull it away from your net. Pretty decent defense, and you guys gave up a slot shot, which is fine. Nice to carry that to then find a pass. And then there's green. See, there's the quick plays, because they're not man marking it properly. That's all you would need to do. Like, the entire game could be played like that. And here we go again, because now the other team's getting desperate. You had another potential green one-timer, right? And that's from the other team. I'm like mainly looking at the offense here, because that's just what I'm seeing here. There's not much from a defensive perspective that, you know, yellow or teal can do a little bit better. You know, you guys were down in the game. Now you guys are up. The only thing I'm looking at in terms of defense is just proper clean breakouts. So exactly what yellow did there, which is good enough. Teal, I don't know, he's just sort of in the area. He could have maybe found another quick pass as soon as he got it. But patience with the puck, you know, if you're yellow, being able to, you know, man mark. You know, there's a couple times the guy got around yellow, or at least the one time, right, that we saw. But good job there in terms of that. Stepping up at the blue line, had the back check in place. 7 seconds, this game's over. I mean, green's open. He was open twice. If you had blue that's somehow able to get around that poke check, you know, if he pulls up a little bit, then finds green, you can get that shot almost every time. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's all there. Pretty good job. Yeah, pretty good comeback. So let me know what you guys think about the forwards, the defense, anything and everything. If you guys want to send me clips, first link down below. Community Discord. There's a Clips and Vids channel. You can send me a VOD, position that you play, timestamp, and I can break down a period of your choosing. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.